everyone, my name is Mitz, here back at Phoenix State Trials of Justice. So we're finally about to nail down this case. Like, actually no, that's a terrible metaphor because custodians aren't allowed to have hammers. So instead, we'll use that custodial knife to scrape away the veneer to nailing this poor high school student. Actually, kind of hit me now. Jeez. Notice that the color of the cans resemble that which was sprayed in the walls. Yes, these are blue and yellow cans. This is what I think happened. On his way out from school one day, Stuart stumbled onto some spray cans on the ground. He picked one of the cans up and noticed the graffiti on the wall. Then from behind him, Lyle comes out and takes a picture of Stuart in the act. It's kind of bad for you, Stuart, that you decided to put your finger on, on top of the, the paint can nozzle. That was kind of poor form, my boy. I know you pride yourself 100% of, and all that, but I'm pretty sure with your exquisite experience as mathematics, you should, be able to predict this a mile away. It's all about logic, Never mind, it came out of nowhere, so, man, this is all fascinating conjecture, but I have a question. What are you getting at? Nothing. What I'm getting at is the motive of this crime. Lyle had incriminating evidence of Stuart in the act of spraying graffiti on the wall. With a picture like that, it's not hard to imagine what he was going to do with it. What he was going to do with it? Well, what was it? Stuart? This is what Lyle was using the picture for. Keeping his binder added to his collection. Oh, look at that, it's a nice little photo from my collection. Now, for green mail. Lyle was using this photograph to blackmail you. Blackmail? Blackmail from what? The defense has done a lot of studying the victim. It seems he was going to try and get into a certain after-school club. But his grades were not good enough to get him in. However, a few weeks ago, his test scores and homework jumped up to passing grades. I'm assuming skyrocketed to the point where the teachers were like, that's very suspicious. Whoa. Yes, but it seemed very impossible. Lyle's grades were below average at first, but until a little while ago, he was starting to get higher grades. Yeah, very suspicious. Now, how did a kid like Lyle manage to get his poor grades to look so good? Cheating. Stuart, you did his work for him, didn't you? You managed to help Lyle cheat on tests and did his homework for him. Well, it didn't end there, did it? It didn't? Why not? Lyle had plans to use this picture to help secure his seat in the newspaper club. After he was finished with Stuart's help, he decided he wanted to use the picture anyway, instead of giving it back. Oh, yay. Now, we told him he had to attend a few classes before he could join. After that, we would allow him to show us the evidence he claimed he had. He wouldn't use it in the story for the school newspaper. That lines up a lot. However, Lyle never got a chance to show the picture to the teacher. He must have planned to, but after reading the call-out note, he took a chance and decided to see what the person had to offer. I see. So that's why he was killed. Nice, Mr. Wright. Real nice. Well, I'm a nice on a good day. It's a nice theory. Oh wow, that nice. But I don't think there's enough to hold your assumption up. What? You're saying that Stuart let Lyle walk over him over a picture? I'm sure if he wanted to, Stuart could have gone for help. You mean he could have gone to teacher's assistance with the graffiti problem? Oh, that's right. I was so busy with work I had forgotten about that silly picture. I assure you, I was going to let Mr. Oates know what Lyle was up to. Stop it. But the picture was taken weeks ago. Why didn't you say something then? This young man cares more for his studies than to let someone else ruin that for him. Okay. So your theory that he had to stop the victim from using the picture is ridiculous. Mathematic, logical stuff, I don't know. Since witness seems to be the type not to want to do anything that's wrong in school, I'm sure the school staff would be very understanding with the situation. This is bad, I'm losing the motive. I like brochures. Does anyone want a pamphlet? Come on, Nick, think of something. I'm thinking, just give me a minute here. Stuart wanted that photo bad enough to kill for it. I'm sure that there's a reason why he couldn't get help from the school staff. Very well. The defense is finished. I like to end proceedings. Mr. Wright, have you anything else to add? Do you want a brochure from a college for later on in your life? Your Honor? Well, you honor. The defense believes the witness had no plans on asking the school staff for help with the situation. This is ridiculous. You stop it. Why in the world would he not ask for help? If he could, there would be no reason to kill Lyle. But seeing as how he did, then there must be a reason why. And that reason happens to have something to do with this. Do you want to take a stroll down memory lane into your college adventures, you know? What is that? A brochure? Yeah, do you want to join? No Excuse University. Sounds prestigious. This school is known for doing severe background checks to those who apply. Even if the student did nothing wrong, but was involved in an incident, they'll have second thoughts whether or not to let that student attend the school. Yay! Stuart? This is the school you want to attend, isn't it? You told us yesterday that you really wanted to join this school. Bad logical stuff. Wait, did we? I'm pretty sure we mentioned we were the lawyer team after he started telling all this, huh? Yeah, bad form, and he was in school at the time, so I'm yeah. Yes, and I aim to go further. See this? A college brochure? I'm planning on attending this one after I'm done with high school. No Excuse University. Sounds fun. Yeah, it sounds really fun just in the sound of it. Very strict. Probably more than Miss Strictly, okay? Please be better than Miss Strictly, though. If No Excuse found out you were involved in an incident with the graffiti, they may not want to accept you into the school. And that's why this witness went out of his way to murder the victim. To secure a seat in the college he wants to attend so badly. Short, it had to have been you. I choose you, Pikachu. I didn't want this. Oh boy. Order. Witness, did you kill a fellow classmate just to get into college? I'm sorry, Stuart, but this is for your own good. Objection! Oh boy. Another nice theory. You should write a book, Mr. Wright. After all the experiences that he has, I'm pretty sure he can write several books. Probably, like, they could probably be good as, you know, visual novel games. Yeah, actually be really nice. You'd be good at writing fairy tales. Fairy tales are below grade, I'm sorry to say. How about high note fantasy? No way. Mr. Hawk, surely you can't dismiss the defense's logic. This theory for motive defense is presented is rather well made, I'll admit. But there's something that they have forgotten. And I can prove it. Oh, with what? With one piece of evidence. Oh, what evidence is that? One? I've been booting up on motive with tons of evidence. How can you knock it all down with just one piece? Well, yeah, this is Jenga of the law system here. You better get ready, Nick. Mr. Hawk looks like he means it. Yeah, but this is coming from the guy who managed to not be able to see several different people and just had bad eyesight, even with glasses on. Yeah. Anything you can dish out, I can throw it back at him. Yeah, this is not discus throws. He says that he stutters. Well then, if you think you can prove the defense's theory is wrong, then please show us some evidence. No need to tell me twice. Here. Wait, are you literally going with the fact, like, you know, no one knows what the murder weapon is? What? Oh, you're asking, like, what he used for the murder weapon because he can't, like, you're saying sure can't get the knife, but we already proved that fact that, you know, that's not the real murder weapon, and you haven't found it, so I'm, bad on you. That's the murder weapon? No, it's not. Is it not? It's the custodian knife, the one that belongs to the defendant, and Mr. Oates basically said himself that, you know, he stepped into the body of the victim, so I'm, tough luck, shut up, go on. Not the actual murder weapon, but very similar to the one that was used to kill the victim. So, why are you presenting it? It looks as if the defense has figured it out. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way! I fail to understand? If Stuart is the murderer, then he would have had one of these knives in his possession. It doesn't even have to be that knife, it just has to be something similar, right? That brings us to our next question. Where would he have attained the knife, and when? Aha! I see now. He would have had to have gotten a custodian knife from one of the custodians. I've had checked down on all the custodial staff of the school, and all of them said they weren't missing any equipment of any kind. And yet we're still going on the theory that Mr. Digits did it based on a past testimony of someone who basically was lying, who didn't see a single thing, basically manufactured someone who moved the body from a different floor altogether, and yeah, okay. Well, maybe he bought a custodial knife for such an occasion. Okay. Is the word maybe used for establishing a claim nowadays? Okay, so what is your definitive maybe proof that Mr. Digits did it? Except, you know, this is the Ace Attorney world, so yeah. Do you have evidence that the witness went out and bought a custodial knife? It seems unlikely, wouldn't you agree? We don't have any receipts on hand or to prove he bought anything, unlike the last case. He sure did harbor a grudge that would have resulted in murder, and he probably would have gone with a more common knife. I don't even own a knife of any kind. What, you don't even have a house for the kitchen knife? So I'm afraid your motive has been issued an F, Mr. Attorney. I'm pretty sure I get a D or a C for effort, anyway, making this persuasive, you know? Ethos, pathos, and logos, you my dear. Oh wait, didn't you say you weren't good at English? You were specialized in mathematics. Got you there. He's back to his student self. Student self. Okay, I love it. I'll also recall yesterday's testimony. Well, I was desperate at the time. I decided to use the knife to plug the wound. So I took it and put it in to see what happened. And it fit. It fit. You see, I merely placed the knife in the wound, but it seemed like a similar knife was used beforehand. Yeah, I'm putting that on. It was a similar knife. But actually thinking about, like, what would even be used to use a weapon that lets a flat edge? Like a thin flat edge. I don't know. As you can see, Your Honor, this theory that the student killed the victim is nothing more than ridiculous nonsense conjured up by the defense. Lyle was killed with a horizontal bladed weapon. Well, who's to say it wasn't vertically bladed either? All you have to do is just rotate it around 90 degrees. The only ones that had this knife were the custodial staff. The only one who could have committed this crime was the defendant, Sherman Digits. This could be easily proved if it was blood in the other knife that Mr. Digits had, but okay, we're not doing that. It doesn't matter them. We have where is it? Mr. Lumpignon. Give me that knife, bucko. No! Stop it, we're not that done yet. Keep your head up. Save your emo face for later, okay, Phoenix? We can do this. No. All this time, how could I have forgotten the most important piece of evidence? The murder weapon. I've been thinking about it nonstop. There's no doubt that sure killed Lyle, but if he didn't have the knife... Nick, wake up! You can't give up, we're not done yet. I can't, Maya. Nick, I'm sorry, but without the murder weapon, the custodial knife, I can't prove my case. This was used to kill Lyle, and there's no way Stuart had one on him. Darn it, why did it have to be a custodial knife that killed Lyle? Epiphany. Did it have to be? Was it Nick? I think the defense is about done, Your Honor. Shut your four-eyed mouth yet. Wait, your eyes in your mouth? Okay. After the witness is through, we should get on with the verdict. I'm sorry about all the trouble I caused. I didn't mean to make things so confusing. Well, these things happen. More often than not, so shush. The defense is fit. Shut up, everyone here. Guess what, blonde-haired boy? You're going to... You don't know when to quit, do you? I guess you can say I'm the stubborn type. Therefore, I refuse to give in. I refuse to give up. You're bro. God. Mr. Wright, it's too late. It's never too late. I'm certain of the verdict. You can't change my mind. Just let it go already. I'm not going to move on from this. I didn't kill Lyle. You can't prove it. Merwin was a custodial knife, and the only ones who have a possession of those are the custodians. Since the defendant has no alibi, Your Honor, please, just give me one more chance. I can prove my case if you allow me to. Fine. Mr. Hawk? Just let him get this over with. The sooner you realize that he's wrong, the faster we can be done with this trial. Mr. Hawk, please, this trial's over. Why have it continue? Stuart. Settle down. I believe you're innocent. So no matter what the defense tries to throw at me, you can be sure I'll counter his argument no matter what. Huh. Very well, this court will allow the defense another chance to prove its case. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have on your mind? I don't have any knives on my head, but, you know, I got something else in my mind, you know? The defense would like to prove the murder weapon, the custodian knife, may not have been used to kill the victim. But the wound left in the victim's back matches that of this weapon. What else could have a flat horizontal edge? I believe we'll find our answer if we check D205, check court records. It's not in the classroom anymore, I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing in there. I believe the answer lies in the court record, because we record everything that goes on in this court, right? You mean there's some evidence you have that will prove the boy is the culprit? That's all you got. You've gone through evidence like it was cheap toilet paper today. You barely presented anything else so far today. You're mostly just, not presenting any new, you know, threads to go on. So, shut up. I've been doing most of the work here. You've just been lollygagging about. Do you really expect us to believe that you can conjure up something definitive? Oh, don't worry, Mr. Hawk. After I'm through, the truth will finally be revealed. Have it your way. Have it your way. But don't even think about presenting the custodian knife. If you're trying to prove something, I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. Oh, okay, thanks to the heads up, 7-up, hint up. Very well, let's see this answer that you come up with, Mr. Wright. Please show us what piece of evidence hides the answer you seek. This is not hide and seek. Of all the stuff here, I think one of the things which we can bring up now is that Stuart left us behind in the classroom, and we gave it back to him like literally like a couple days later. So there could be something in it. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Mr. Hawk, what do you think? You really want my opinion? Because I can only think of a few derogatives that sum up my answer. I'm sorry you feel that way. I was actually thinking that was wrong, even though... I'm sorry you feel that way, because this bag happens to contain the answer we seek, regardless of whether you believe me or not. Yesterday we came across this bag in the classroom, D205, 502D, 2D. Well, we're all 2D inside. It just so happens to belong to our witness, Stuart Dentley. You found the bag? Yes. At the time, we had no idea Stuart had anything to do with today's trial. He was quite content to get his bag back. Content. I still think it would be way better if, like, you know, we saw him, like, you know, from day one, just trying to get inside, like, you know, get, like, you know, some of his belongings, like he puts it. Yeah. Right? A bag? Do you mean this one? Oh, hey, that's my bag. My calculator, ruler, student ID, it's all here. So this is yours? Yeah, I forgot a few days ago. Oh man, you're a lifesaver. Okay. Okay. Well, that was a nice thing you did. Hold on, let me guess. You think the real weapon is inside that bag? I do. I'm afraid that's not very likely. Last night as we were questioning him, Stuart took all of his school supplies out to check them. There wasn't one thing in there that resembled the murder weapon. I should know. I was there when we were talking with him. The police witnessed this as well, then the boy couldn't hide any such weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, do you still wish to see inside the bag knowing this? Yeah. We don't know what's inside there. Maybe it's a secret compartment. It's okay with his honor. The defense will check the bag just to be sure. You really are stubborn. Go ahead then, check it. Nick? What's something you'll be looking for? Something that's flat-edged, I think. I think it looks like something like the murder weapon. But what could possibly look like the knife? These all look like stuff for school. Just let me look, and then just maybe we'll get to the bottom of this. Now then, what's in the pile of school supplies that looks like the custodial knife? So we need something that's flat edge, and oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Let's see. Oh, what? Let's see, calculator, scissors, glue, more. How many scissors do you need? And Well, I already know what it is, but, like, it's hidden behind everything. Oh, like, there's your student ID. There is... Hey, what's this? Whoa, what is this thingy up here? It's, like, hidden behind everything, so how are you supposed to even tell? If Stuart killed Lyle, then he used this as a weapon. This looks nothing like the wound that was inflicting the victim. It seems you were just wasting your time after all, again. Look again, Mr. Hawk, because I do believe we found our murder weapon. Yeah, it's hidden under everything. How are you supposed to even tell? It literally was covering over entirely everything. I don't even know if, like, anyone could, like, actually, like, look at all the stuff there and just notice there actually was a ruler down there. It's just hidden behind everything. It's just a ruler. Yes. Yes, a metal ruler to be exact. Look at the end of the object. Why, it's flat, horizontal, or vertical if you also turn it 90 degrees. But it's just a ruler, a school supply that can't be used to hurt anyone. You had 3 pairs of scissors in your backpack. A school supply indeed, but it can hurt people. I'll argue that you can use it, and yes, Stuart, you did use this to kill Lyle. I'm having difficulty understanding, Mr. Wright. Just how can you use something like this to kill a person? Let's go over what happened that night, shall we? Lyle was waiting in a long hallway for whoever wrote the note to him. As he's waiting, Stuart is preparing to make his move against the victim. In a long hallway, he can run at Lyle. Oh, gaining enough speed to stab him in the back. Bit in this ruler. Does look like it was sharpened. After the deed is done, Stuart searches the body to see if the victim had the photo. And that's when Mr. Oates enters the hallway. Nervous, Stuart runs back into the classroom and stashes the ruler in his bag. Because Mr. Oates saw someone in the hallway, sooner or later, the police would show up around the area. So he took his bag and put it in the cabinet. He then looked unaware of how lucky he was. Lucky? Mr. Oates took the body and placed it on the first floor, D1, and then proceeded to clean up after the murder scene. With that, the police investigation was set on the first floor. My very first thought is, when you kill someone with a ruler and put in your bag and put in the cabinet, how do you then immediately forget about it? Unless you're just running on just complete nerves, I guess. But still. A few days later, he gets his bag back from us, the defense. Oh, how lucky that was. But if the witness got his bag back, why didn't he simply get rid of the ruler? There were police all around the school yesterday. If they asked what he was doing, he'd lose his chance to get rid of the ruler. Eventually, he would have until Prosecutor Hawk showed up. Prosecutor Hawk? You asked Stuart to come to the police station for questioning. Yes, and that was all night. And I'm more surprised he's still standing there, like, you know. Don't people need either 8 hours sleep? School is terrible for that. And you talked with him, you found out he was a witness. Yes. In a station full of police, he most definitely couldn't get rid of the weapon. So he kept the ruler in his bag. Well, this is surprising speculation the defense has made up. However, using a ruler as a weapon is a bit far-fetched. Shut up. What? You have no evidence that the ruler was used to stab anyone. It was an entertaining theory nonetheless. And this is where I finally turn everything around, like a turntable slideshow. You what? Because I have one last piece of evidence to prove my case. So another thing to bring up right now before going on is the fact that that ruler is completely clean of blood. Even though the fact that it was completely brought up a few times that a custodial car was used to mop up all the blood from the second floor and move down. Enough to make a tile go, and just loosen for the ground and be thrown away. A tile which was completely covered on the backside of it with blood. So where'd all the blood go on this murder weapon if this ruler is indeed it? I don't know. How about we go see if there is any? That's... What is that? It's adhesive spray. Just spray in your mouth. It makes everything tasty. Mr. Wright, if you wish to spray the courtroom to clean it, by all means, I'll allow it. But could you wait until after you showed us your evidence? No, Your Honor, this isn't a cleaning bottle. This is luminol testing fluid. It tests for blood and objects. Oh, really? Since it doesn't look like there is any blood in the end of the ruler, it must have been wiped off by the witness. I'm more curious, like, when he had the time to do that. If he, like, immediately did that in the... Yeah. Maybe on the way to the thing. I guess, like, Well, it had to have been, like, at some point before he put the ruler back in the bag, so yeah. That must mean that there's a bloody tissue somewhere else there, or else he just used his own hand to, you know, wipe it off and just left and, like, wash his hands afterwards, huh? If we can be allowed to spray the ruler and find blood, preferably Lyle's, then I'd say we found our murder weapon. Then go right ahead. Very well. Bailiff, take this bottle and spray the ruler and see what you can find. I gave the aluminum bottle to the bailiff and he started spraying the ruler. Bum, 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 bum. To the court's surprise, there was a reaction. Hey, blue alien blood. At the end of the ruler, there were traces of blood. At least now you can see how far the weapon went into the victim's back. That's dark. I don't believe this. No. Yeah, you definitely didn't see this coming with your 4 glasses, 2 eyes. Witness? It's true. I killed Lyle. It is actually kind of dark. Think about it. It was less than a month ago. I was just getting out of school late in the day. As I came out of the building, I knocked over something. I picked it up, and upon closer inspection, I noticed it was a spray paint can. I then looked over to my right and saw the graffiti in the wall. It must have just been made recently because I hadn't seen it before. Then I heard something behind me. Someone took a picture behind me. They ran away when I turned around. The next day came and I was greeted by Lyle's snitch near the front of the school. You want me to do what? You heard me. I need you to help me get my grades up. You know, do some homework here. Help me with the test there. I need to get these pesky teachers on my back. But I can't do that. You should do the work yourself. I figured you'd say that. Have a looky here. What? That's... Pretty good angle, huh? With that stupid haircut of yours, it looks like you drew that mess in the wall. But you will do the work for me. Got it? Jesus. I didn't have a choice. So did as he said. He didn't want anyone to find out about this incident, especially those that no excuse. So, I worked on Lyle's homework and gave him answers to the test he was going to take. He promised that he would give me the picture if I did all that for him. Then, just a few days ago... What? We had a deal! Sorry, stupid. I need this pic for that club I'm going to join, the newspaper club. This beauty old butt-face oath will definitely get off my back. You can't do this, that picture... Back off. I'm using this to get on easy street. So thanks for the help, sucker. Yay. I couldn't believe it. All that work I did for him? I was so mad. I was so mad. I devised a plan. I wrote Lyle a note and left it in his locker. I knew he'd be greedy enough to want to get into that club. He'd do anything. He probably didn't realize it was me who wrote it. He told all his stupid friends they took the picture. So he must have thought I was one of them. The night of the murder, I stayed in Miss Strictly's room. I told her I needed to study for a test, and she allowed me to. But wait, did the head custodian clean the second floor that night? Yes, he did. I didn't want him to see me at all, so I hid in the closet. I don't think he noticed I was in there. After he finished, I waited into the room for Lyle to show up. When he did, he was waiting by the trash can. So then he got in position to get into the hallway. Yeah. At first, I wanted to scare Lyle, but when I took my ruler out, he used me. You should pay for it. This thing took over. I ran at Lyle and... I won't let you have your way. I couldn't believe what I'd done. I didn't want to waste time, so I started searching the body for the picture. I couldn't find it. And then... What was that noise? Who's out there? Mr. Oates came into the hallway. I got up and ran back to the classroom. I immediately put the ruler in my bag and stashed it in the closet. I waited till Mr. Oates left and then ran outside for home. And that's what really happened. Oh, I see what you did. You, so like, I don't know what you plan to do, but you got lucky Mr. Oates didn't decide to go into the classroom after you. And that's what really happened. Well, I guess the keys be locked anyway. Oh, wow, that's actually a good plan. Wow. The doors lock after they shut. And if you close it behind you, oh. All you do is just hide out. Away from the windows of the door. Huh. Mr. Hawk? I'm sorry. I lied to you, even though you said you trusted me. I just didn't want to get caught. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed I wasn't able to do anything for you today, Stuart. You committed a heinous crime. I'm sorry I didn't see that sooner. However, when you stand trial for the murder of Lyle Snitch, I'll be there to make sure things go easy for you. Mr. Hawk. That's all I can promise you, Stuart. Whatever happens after that is out of my hands. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Prosecutor Hawk. Well, he's a better guy than all those other prosecutors we've seen so far, bar none. I hope that the staff at TLH has been watching this trial closely. The school needs to seriously reevaluate the students' behavior. We don't need any more tragedies like this to ever happen again. As for Mr. Dickets, the court finds the defendant. Woo! Court is adjourned. Well, isn't that nice? April 17th, 3:25 p.m. at District Court. Defendant, lobby number dose. I don't know what to say. Thanks, Wright. You really helped me out. Congratulations, Mr. Dickets. Yeah, but I do feel bad for the kid, though. You mean Stuart? He was one of the good kids, I can see that. But he ended up screwing it up for himself. Well, I wouldn't worry too much about him. Mr. Hawk did say he'd try and help him out. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. What's wrong, Mr. Dickets? By the door. We got company. Oh, hey. I completely forgot about your existence. Don't worry about it. Hugo? Hey, Mr. Dickets. I'm glad you got off the hook, sir. I knew you were innocent. I get it. I'll leave now. Mr. Dickets, shouldn't you forgive Hugo? He's sorry about what happened yesterday. I know I should, but it might be too soon. Hey, Nick, we should help Hugo out. It's not fair to hold a grudge this long. Yeah, but... Hey, Mr. Dickets, if Nick here showed you something, do you think you can forgive Hugo? What? Maya? Show me what? Well, I guess I should show Mr. Dickets some evidence that proves Hugo's still loyal to him. Loyal to him. Loyal to him. I guess the only thing I can show that he has is the magazine. I mean, it was from Hugo, but I don't know if that's, you know, loyalty and all that. What else did he have in hand? Yeah, everything else is just that newspaper. Yeah, probably the only thing is this, but I don't see how that's really loyalty anyway, though. It's strange loyalty, but let's give it a try. That's the magazine with me in it. What you show me that for? You didn't have to yell at him yesterday. Hugo still believed in you. I remember you told me that it's hard for you to trust people nowadays. Even though he makes mistakes, Hugo's dedicated to you no matter what. If not for him, we wouldn't have gotten you off the hook today. That's right! The evidence Hugo gave us yesterday helped us find the truth. We all owe him a lot. Hugo? Yes, sir. What the? Has he been eavesdropping? Listen, I wonder if you can help me with something. What is it? A couple of days ago before the murder, some cell phone company called me. They did? Why? Are they asking for money for unpaid bills? If that's the case, I'll give you my piggy bank. Oh my god, you were that loyal. Oh wow, okay. Nice, okay. No. They asked me to make them some ringtones. Ringtones? Or something. Oh, you mean ringtones? Oh my god, wait, how old are you? Are you, wait, I really just want to know. You're 50, okay. And how old are you? You're like, okay. Okay, that explains that alone. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't know much about all that new fancy high-tech stuff. I'm old school. So, why don't you help me with this project? You want me to help you? Oh, well, now you're gonna be hip with the kids, this Mr. Diggins. It'd be an honor, sir. Well, let's seal the deal with a high five. Up high, Hughie. Oh yeah, up high, up high. Slap. Ow, I'd slap myself. What's a better, I could've clapped my hands. There we go. What you have in mind for those ringtones, Mr. Diggins? I like to make something smooth. That is the deal where you get something that sounds like a sax. Make a nice jazzy sound around it. At least I'll try to, don't know the limitation of the dumb ringtones. It's been like 30 seconds long. That's where you help me out. Alright, I'll do my best. I could go and learn how to make ringtones and try to help you out as best I can, Mr. Diggins. We'll become an audio technician and clean up all the, the smooth jazz coming out. Well, I'm glad that they bring up jazz because that's the only genre I technically know, even though I don't think I remember. I don't know any genres, I just know the name of that one. Okay, I'm stupid. Bye, Mr. Wright. Bye, Maya. Thanks a bunch. You're welcome. See you, Hugo. Well, that put its sunshine in this gloomy day. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'd like to say thanks again before I leave. I'm glad we were able to help, Mr. Diggins. Take care of yourself. Bye, Mr. Diggins. Good luck to you. Maybe there are some people worth trusting these days. I'm glad you were one of them. And so he left out the back door. And so another trial came to a close. A few days later, we heard that Stewart's trial ended and he got a light sentence. I don't think it would have been possible if Prosecutor Hawk wasn't there, but this wouldn't be the last time we'd meet. And it wouldn't be too long before Hawk and I met each other again in court. Yeah. So that was High School Turnabout. To be honest, yeah, legitimately speaking, yeah, just, okay, I think this game has glitched the main menu, but okay. Nice. To be honest, it's probably the weakest in the bunch for me, writing-wise and all that. Just the anticlimactic, last culprit, wouldn't it be more interesting, if we, learned, I guess, bits and pieces, Lyle from Stewart, from the day one, we just saw him, trying to get into the school or something like that, just, I forgot some of my stuff and all that, and the bag would have placed more importance on it than, just, he just conveniently forgot about the bag and, was very calm and rational about it when we gave it back to him, just, oh boy, just, yeah. Plus, I'm not really too big fan of the characters, really. They're fine for what they are, they're engaging, but still, it's kind of just, please don't. Well, I still but I do like the investigation, of day one, I think. Yeah, I got into the whole flow and rhythm of that really easily, but it kind of just dries out. It's still my least favorite, but I can see some things I can like about it. Just, yeah. The whole thing, with Hugo and Sherman, just, I don't really know how to feel about it really too much. It's kind of just there, even just the Forrest, I guess, conflict about it. He was trying, but still at the same time, but you know what I mean. The first trial I think was pretty good in his opinion, though, but I don't know how to say it, just the writing style's a bit weird. But I know I got some good old stuff from the third case, which I think it's good mystery-wise and some writing, but it's been a while since I went through that after going through this. So I know the mystery of the third case is is pretty good. Like that's probably one thing I'm gonna be the most excited about. And I'm wondering how well the writing actually improves from there on out. But we'll go and see. Well, so this is High School Turnabout. Probably like my least favorite Phoenix Wright case entirely, both canon and probably just fan made wise. I still don't know what I would classify as my least favorite canon case. I'm probably gonna put that in one of the future games in the modern, but I'm probably not gonna get to those this point. Just yeah, okay. Even though I want to show my friend Chris the games, I'm probably not gonna show him up to there. Just the OG stuff, even the investigations and trilogies. Oh yes, that's good, and maybe the Turnabout substitution. Just thinking about it. Well, just in the general outlook over the schedules and all that, it's probably not going to be that way. So at some point later on, not soon after, because oh boy, I kind of want to get into some other groups, so don't continuously do the same thing over and over again, because then you run yourself ragged and all that. We'll do Turnabout substitution some time at a later date. And ooh, the third case is coming up, and I hope it's going to be a fun time for all you involved, as with me included. So, what a fun time to watch as I am playing this. I'll be seeing you next time, what time may be, and I'll hope you a fantastic day.